My name is Tanya, and I am a student at Railroads. I'm about to begin the professional communications degree. Part of the indoctrination for this week was doing a video. This is my first video, so thank you, Railroads. You've already pushed me outside of my comfort zone. And I decided to bring you somewhere that does make me comfortable. It's a place that makes chocolate. Rogers Chocolate in downtown Victoria. If you're not from Victoria and you're one of the people that's traveling in to take this degree, I would definitely recommend coming to this place. It's amazing. It has beautiful chocolate. I can even hook you up with a map of how to get to the actual Rogers Chocolate factory, which is out towards the airport. I might know people there. And in the meantime, I've already arranged to go inside and get a little bit of a sneak peek of what Rogers Chocolate downtown has to offer. So now we're inside the store, and I'm here with Elaine, and she has agreed to speak with us about some of the things that this store has to offer.
So for anybody who's never been to Rogers, we're right downtown in downtown Victoria at 913 Government Street. And what a lot of people don't know about us is we're the oldest chocolate company in Canada. We're the second oldest in North America, but the oldest in Canada. So Mr. Rogers, and if you want to just pan around, that's a picture of Mr. Rogers and his wife Leah up there on the wall. That was taken in about 1916.
Oh, wow.
And he'd already been in business for 30 years at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can tell he's a little bit more mature. So he migrated his way from the northeastern U.S. across through Colorado, and there's a census report in the 1870s that had him working on the railroad in Colorado. But he finally made it to Victoria during the gold rush.
Yeah.
But noticed there was a business opportunity to open a little green grocery store.
Okay.
And he also noticed there was no confectioner in Victoria at the time.
Okay.
And Victoria was a growing concern, so Fort Victoria had officially sort of become the city of Victoria by that point.
Right.
And it was growing with the gold rush. So he opened his own little grocery store, green grocery store, and made chocolates.
And where was that located?
That was actually across the street in his first location in 1885 through 1891, and it was right across the street. We think generally about where the one of the tourist stores is, just next to the 7-Eleven on the corner.
That's very cool.
But he was evicted from that store after only about 6 years because they wanted to make a way for the new BC Land Office.
Okay.
So at that point, he'd already become a very successful businessman and had shifted to just chocolates and was passionate about chocolate. So he hired an architect to design and build this building.
And it's beautiful.
So it was started in 1891 and it was finished in the late 1890s.
Okay.
The finishing touches were put on in 1903. Oh wow. So you'll see the plaque and the Rogers plaque upstairs, and the sort of plaque that says 1903, and some of those finishing touches were applied in 1903.
Okay.
So it was officially completed in 1903.
So this is sort of a life work.
This was one of his passions, yeah.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, though, for whatever reasons that were happening in their lives or with business, they were quite happy with the new store that they had relocated to, which was directly across from us.
Okay.
So at like 916 Government Street, I think, was their second store location.
Okay.
So they decided to lease this space out.
Oh wow.
So it had, well, we know of 3 tenants. There was a fishmonger in here for a little while, and then there was Shakespeare jewelry store was in here for quite a while, and then a second jewelry store was in. So if you can imagine back in 1903, during the time when the jewelry store was here, this is all original woodwork and original cabinetry, original fixtures of that time period. So we actually have heritage designation inside and out. So if you get a chance, get a chance to look at the stained glass windows, and it's all original to the store.
Okay.
And we've been lucky enough through the series of ownerships and sort of private ownership that we've had that everyone has respected that tradition and that heritage, and no one's touched it. So it's quite awesome, and a unique story to have that history preserved through 130 years of different owners. As a result, you can imagine, old building with lots of history. There's some tragedy involved as well.
Okay.
We do have some ghosts.
I have heard tell that there are ghosts.
So
here.
Mr. and Mrs. Rogers both are said to haunt the building.
Okay.
I personally have seen milk chocolate displays leap off the shelves, so I've been a witness to that. There's reports of handprints condensing on mirrors with no, they've been cleaned. There's no reason for them to be there, and they reappear overnight.
Right.
Footsteps are commonly heard in the evenings by the staff. So yeah, there's lots of ghost stories to go around.
And you guys are included in the ghost tour,
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah, we're one of the most haunted sites in Victoria, and to my knowledge, there's 2 or 3 ghost tours that happen, and we're on everyone's ghost tour. And I've been told that we're on some pretty famous lists of the most haunted places in North America too.
Really? Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Very informative. So,
And we make fantastic chocolates too.
Yes, they do. Like I said, I can hand draw you a map to the factory. Thank you so much.